Neil Armstrong, born on 5th August 1930, died on 25th August 2012. Today is his death anniversary. Neil Armstrong said, "Research is creating new knowledge." Neil Alden Armstrong was an American astronaut, an aeronautical engineer, and the first person to walk on the moon. He was also a naval aviator, test pilot, and university professor. Neil Armstrong said, "Research is creating new knowledge." Yes, research. That's what Socrates also said. Wisdom is knowledge. To research is very, very important. To go back and search your roots, to go back and look, to observe whether you were conscious on what you have done it. Research is creating, when you go and research, that is wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge. Wisdom is, I don't say wisdom is power. Wisdom is love. If you have a love relationship with the subject you are doing, that itself is research. Like the lovers who sit in the park for hours together, from early morning to night, they can sit even without water or something to eat. That much deep in love. They forget that food. That becomes meditation. They forget and they start observing each and every thing what is happening with the lovers, with the girl or the boy. That is to go back to search back every day, to go deeper and deeper, to understand whether you can melt and be one. That melting point of sitting together, non-stop without giving a gap, is called research. Not even a day. There cannot be a holiday. There cannot be a day called rest. Every moment is a holiday. Every moment is a rest time. That is called research. With that you can understand and see a vast opening happening. They say love can move mountains. Research is such. Wisdom is such. It can move mountains. Love can move oceans. Even when you have deep in love, the trees which never borne fruits, yes, it starts bearing fruits. They say Buddha, when he was walking through one forest, the trees which never borne fruits for years together started giving flowers and fruits. Research is such. When you go deeper and deeper, Neil Armstrong, research is creating new knowledge. That is the power of your education. That is the power of every business person. That is the power of every politician, scientist, doctors and engineers and the other fields. Everything is practice. Practice in conscious state. Research is nothing. We never use the term hard labor by sitting next to the lover the whole day, again and again and again, days after days together. Months after months together. Is that a hard labor? But you could feel, yes, you could feel you have gone so deep inside. That deep inside, you could feel the roar of 1,000-man warrior. Means you understood 1,000 variety of things in conscious state. The roar of 1,000-man warrior. That research has to keep moving. It gets imprinted in every cell of your brain. The whole body gets involved. Neil Armstrong, the first person to land on the moon, said, "Research is creating new knowledge." Yes, and it creates only new knowledge. New knowledge and new awakening. You might be getting everything on the book, but unless when you put it into practice, you understand the taste. It's like the swimmer. He reads how to swim. He knows every theory of swimming. Unless and until he touches the water and jumps into the water, he won't know the real understanding. Such is the knowledge. And people thinking by bookish knowledge, they can go and say blah, 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 blah. That's why they say, don't be a preacher, be a practitioner. That knowledge. Everybody is thinking, I'm educated. I'm not able to understand. What do you mean by I'm educated? If you are educated, you must put it back into into practice. And practice makes a man perfect. Understanding the nature. Yes, understanding the nature is very, very important. And especially the film directors, film actors, all this should get involved. When they go and research, when they work very, very hard, automatically their whole body becomes like a magnet. It starts shining. Like my veterinary doctor came and said, "Oh, Guruji, whenever I come, the cows. Now after you came, the cow is looking so shining. Are you giving bath every day?" I said, "Yes, we give bath scrubbed. When it's scrubbed, the body starts shining. The fur started shining. The cow looking healthy. It is jumping and dancing." Such is the research and the knowledge you gain. When you go deeper, you scrub it up. And when you scrub, your cleanliness next to godliness. Research is creating new knowledge. Means when you go to research, it is the mirror is full of dust. And you couldn't see anything. Just wipe out the dust and you can see, yes, that search, you can understand. Oh, before you ask for God, where is God? Who is God? You can see your own image. Your image is telling, now you go deep inside, walk, take the path. Yes, and it's an enjoyable path. You never knew how you can create, you can explore, you can find out. That knowledge is orgasmic, deep down. Neil Armstrong said research is creating new knowledge. Yes, if that is not the new knowledge, but what happened after you got the new knowledge, after you got the new house, you got the new motorbike, you got the money in the bank, from there, actually that is the smoke. If you have not understood that smoke, you cannot see the fire. If the fire is not there, you cannot melt your stone, that gold, unless it is in the highest temperature. It is burnt. It cannot melt for you to understand different varieties of answers. Yes. The mind is such, you have to burn it. Most of the time, we take it for granted. Going deep in love, understanding, and then you and the love becomes one. Suddenly there was a strike in a big company, it seems. It went to the ears of the owner. He came running to see what is happening, and people are shouting, "Give us more wages, treat us properly, take care of us, create more facilities." And then people were screaming and they were shouting slogans, and suddenly they found tea is coming, coffee is coming, snacks is coming, everything was freely given. And in between there was slowly somebody is shouting in higher pitch than them. They all turned around to look. They found it's their own owner, their own managing directors. The chairman himself is sitting right in the center of the protest and shouting, "Beat the chairman, beat the managing director." And they all apologized to him. He said, no, we shouldn't now stop. We should now go more harder. So everybody started shouting. He started shouting. Then he started taking the stone and throwing at the company. And they said, no, sir. And that day was over. They were supposed to meet the next day. But next day morning, when they all came in front of the company, they found that the chairman, the owner, is no more. He committed suicide. They were all shocked. And in the suicide note is written that I am very sorry that I forgot. Even though I loved them, I and they did not become one. The research, wisdom is knowledge has not happened. Hence, it is my destructive mentality that I can't build a building, I do not maintain. I married my wife, I do not love her, I do not maintain. And he has written the company in all the workers' name. That is the love. Deep down are trying to understand and melting. Neil Armstrong said, research is creating new knowledge. This is my 145th short discussion.